Observe a lit agarbatti. A glowing red ember consumes the tip, sending a plume of thick, fragrant smoke into the room. Across India, this action is repeated in millions of households every single morning. Observers often categorize this as a purely religious relic, or perhaps a simple method for making a room smell like sandalwood. But why does a population of over 1 billion people maintain such a specific, labor-intensive daily habit? The burning stick functions as an ancient environmental tool, designed to address several domestic challenges simultaneously. Understanding the ritual requires mapping the intersection of historical architecture, microbiology, and brain chemistry. Early Indian homes were built with heavy walls and limited ventilation. In these enclosed spaces, air tended to stagnate, pooling beneath low ceilings. Daily domestic life in a tropical climate generates unavoidable odors. The first layer of the ritual was practical, using potent natural fragrances to manage the immediate environment. Beyond fragrance, the thick smoke served a second defensive purpose, acting as a functional insect repellent in areas where mosquitoes were a constant biological threat. These effects were driven by specific raw botanicals found in traditional incense recipes. Microscopically, these ingredients release antibacterial compounds. These particles pierce and break down airborne bacteria. However, particulate matter can accumulate in the lungs, posing a health risk. The ritual relied on timing: burn the incense, then ventilate the home, clearing the space for fresh air. In this context, the sacred habit was a method for environmental maintenance and microbial control. But the ritual also targets the internal environment. Why does the scent of incense so reliably trigger a sense of peace? The answer lies in olfactory triggers, the biological pathway between the nose and the brain. Inhaled fragrance compounds bypass many of the brain's filters, traveling from the nasal cavity directly to the limbic system, the seat of our emotional and memory centers. This interaction produces a measurable drop in stress markers like cortisol, while simultaneously increasing markers associated with mental focus. This is the same neurological mechanism utilized in modern clinical aromatherapy. The sacred atmosphere is, in part, a predictable biological response to specific chemical compounds. When we examine the burning stick now, we see the practical and biological foundations beneath the ritual. As the stick burns, it slowly consumes itself until nothing of the original form remains. In Indian philosophy, this physical self-destruction represents the dissolution of the human ego, the idea that one must give of themselves to benefit the environment. While the ash falls, the smoke rises. This symbolizes a connection to a higher power and the outward spread of positive influence. The result is a system that attempts to clean the physical space, steady the mind, and provide a philosophical focus all at once. This perspective changes the agarbatti from a simple religious relic into a complex piece of domestic technology. How do you choose to change the atmosphere of your own home? Let me know in the comments. Do you prefer using incense or candles?